got this.
I'm fresh up out my coma. I got my mama and my daddy and my homies in my corner. It's gonna take a miracle, they say, for me to walk again and talk again. But anyway, I get running some kids to get back on my feet. And everything that nigga said came to reality. Living like a baller, low, having money and blowing hella chronic smoke. I bought my mama a Benz and bought my boo-boo a Jag. And now I'm rolling in a 9 Triz AL dog ranch.
I pray the Lord, my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord, my soul to take.
No more endo, gin and juice. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the great goat shack, go from head to toe. 25 with an Izzel with nowhere to gizzo. I know them niggas from the other side recognize my face, cause it's the OG, Eagle, double G, LBC. Mad dogging nigga, cause I don't care. Red jumpsuit with 2 braids in my hair. Niggas stare as I enter the center. They send me to a level 3 yard. That's where I stay late night. I hear toothbrushes scraping on the floor. Niggas getting they shakes just in case the war pops off. Cause you can't tell what's next. My little homie baby boo took a pencil in his neck. And he probably won't make it to C22. I put that on my mama. I'ma ride for you, baby boo. Case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. I'm fresh up out my coma. I got my mama and my daddy and my homies in my corner. It's gonna take a miracle, they say, for me to walk again and talk again. But anyway, I get running some kids to get back on my feet. And everything that nigga said came to reality. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. I'm fresh up out my coma. I got my mama and my daddy and my homies in my corner. It's gonna take a miracle, they say, for me to walk again and talk again. But anyway, I get running some kids to get back on my feet. And everything that nigga said came to reality. Living like a baller, low, having money and blowing hella chronic smoke. I bought my mama a Benz and bought my boo-boo a Jag. And now I'm rolling in a 9 Triz AL dog ranch.
I pray the Lord, my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord, my soul to take.
No more endo, gin and juice. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the great goat shack, go from head to toe. 25 with an Izzel with nowhere to gizzo. I know them niggas from the other side recognize my face, cause it's the OG, Eagle, double G, LBC. Mad dogging nigga, cause I don't care. Red jumpsuit with 2 braids in my hair. Niggas stare as I enter the center. They send me to a level 3 yard. That's where I stay late night. I hear toothbrushes scraping on the floor. Niggas getting they shakes just in case the war pops off. Cause you can't tell what's next. My little homie baby boo took a pencil in his neck. And he probably won't make it to C22. I put that on my mama. I'ma ride for you, baby boo. Case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. Murder was the case that they gave me. I'm fresh up out my coma. I got my mama and my daddy and my homies in my corner. It's gonna take a miracle, they say, for me to walk again and talk again. But anyway, I get running some kids to get back on my feet. And everything that nigga said came to reality. Living like a baller, low, having money and blowing hella chronic smoke. I bought my mama a Benz and bought my boo-boo a Jag. And now I'm rolling in a 9 Triz AL dog ranch.
I pray
thing today. We are just playing the SpeedQB video of the winners of the 2023 SpeedQB Championships here at Tac over the weekend. That was Murder Inc. Shout out to them.
Shout out Team Murder Inc.
Yeah, the official Murder Inc. On Instagram. Go
Shout out B2 Con.
Yeah, go show my boy B2 Con some love. And not to mention Dougie. Doug does airsoft. Doug does SpeedQB now, I guess.
Is that the new account name?
It should be, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for joining us, like I said. Today we're just gonna go over SpeedQB, some of the stuff that we have here in the tech department that we've been working on, some updates on tech as well. I do want to preface and start off with that. With tech, with our workload at the moment, I believe we are going to be kind of coming to a stop in taking projects for you guys. We're going to try and clean up the workload a little and get a little reset in during this time of the year. It is definitely slower. So we're going to get that reset in, clean everything up a little, tighten up our processes on parts and everything else.
So essentially, don't bring us any like
Yeah, don't bring us
builds.
don't bring us huge projects right now. Chances
Can't do
are,
'em.
yeah, we won't have the time to fit them in.
Give us a couple weeks, and
Yeah,
then we'll get back to you.
you may get lucky, but that's very unlikely. We're facing a pretty big mountain of work at the moment due to some unforeseen circumstances, obviously. But we're gonna work on that and clean all that up so that you guys have a better and more refreshing experience up here in the tech department come holiday season, right? I know Thanksgiving, like Christmas, Black Friday, all that's coming up. So we're definitely going to prep going into that just to give you guys the best experience possible when you guys are trying to buy parts for your guns or get them fixed, whatever it is. But anyways, yeah, we're not taking huge projects for a couple weeks. Other than that, moving on to, I guess, the next order of things. Halloween event is this weekend. We've been talking about it, I think, the past couple streams. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a great time, right? We got the maze for kids under the age of 14 in the morning. So I believe that is from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. And then we have the actual haunted house. It's a haunted prison. Tac City is a prison. They've done a great job with the layout. If you guys haven't noticed already, if you've been playing here, you would have seen all the prep that Brandon and all the other staff.
Yeah, some of those props and some of the alterations are actually going up on the field right now. Like I noticed all of our staging area was totally
Blacked out.
blacked out. Like you can't see under the field because we're prepping for that event. So you guys probably want to stop by and play either Thursday or Friday so you can see the field in a pretty unique state. Could be fun.
Yeah, the
Honestly.
Halloween event, Hudson. If you pre-register on our website, it is $5, and that $5 price will apply to every spin you take in the haunted house maze. Do keep in mind we are trying to make it as dynamic as possible. So you do have the option of going in a second time and also choosing what path or what storyline you kind of take throughout the haunted house.
Yeah, there's actually two separate mazes on the field. We're going to be running both of those simultaneously.
Yeah, so you will get a different experience through each run. So we hope you'll give it a couple spins, hang out. You know, it's Halloween. Everyone's here to have a good time, right? But that $5 pre-order price is gonna apply to all your spins if you pre-register.
I think that's good for two of them, right?
Yeah, no, well, I think it's good for two. I'm actually unsure. I will have to clarify with staff on
Because
that.
I know you pay $5. Well, I think if you don't pre-register, it's more expensive than that. But then you would have to pay for every single. But I think if you pre-register,
It's just $5.
you
Period.
get two goes,
Yeah, you get two
and it's
goes.
cheaper.
Yeah, and it's cheaper after that. It still stays $5. If you don't pre-register and just show up the day of, it's 10.
If you're interested, just pre-register. It's $5.
Was gonna play today, but I'm gonna play Friday. Yeah, I think Fridays. Tax
Friday, the
Fridays.
field's gonna be most set up for that Halloween event, so it's gonna be different.
You guys will see.
I think that'll be
So yeah,
pretty
Halloween
cool.
event's coming up. Crytek event is coming up. You guys have heard about that. Bring your Crytacs.
What's a
Uh,
Crytek?
Yeah, what
Can
is
you
a
explain
Crytek?
to our audience?
Yeah, Crytek will be a very
Oh, we got one right here, actually.
weird M4 that is somewhat
It's not that weird.
proprietary and somewhat not at the same time.
Yeah. Crytek says it right there. You got to take my word for it. I know you can't see that.
Nah, bro, it's just the Chris. Chris makes that. Come on now. If you guys didn't know,
Yeah,
Crytek is owned by Chris.
it is a subsidiary of. If you guys have ever played any video game with a gun in it that's been released in the past 10 years, you guys probably know what a Chris Vector is. Um, that company actually owns Crytek. That's their airsoft division. That's
Yeah,
why they have. That's why Crytek makes a Chris Vector AEG, and they don't have to pay anybody else licensing.
yeah. That's one way around it.
Yeah, they
Um,
also make the Maxim 9. I think that's a silencer co gun with the integrated suppressor.
that
There's
thing's
an
pretty
airsoft
cool.
version of that. We have those here, so if you guys need a sidearm for that Crytek event, you should pick one up. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they take Glock mags, so most people already have those existing.
What kind
So,
of Glock mags?
Wii or TM works.
Okay, so not the Stark Arms VFC ones.
Those will work too.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty sure because
That's
uh,
the Elite Force Glock.
yeah, because Elite Force Glock is TM compatible. I've used TM
Not with
mags.
my TM.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
no.
weird. Elite Force mag
Elite
work.
Force mags do not work in my TM Glock.
They work in mine. Which Glock do you have?
34. It's
I,
like it's all built.
I have a
It's
seven.
got. I think I have a stock hop up left in there, but it's the. Well, I
You
don't need
should
to
bring that
flex my
in.
build on the.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, you should bring that though, so I can take a look. You might have like the wrong gasket size or something, but it works perfectly in my stock 17, and mine's a full TM stock 17. We don't carry TM Glocks.
No, it does.
No one does.
Don't ask us about those.
Don't- sorry, Sonny. um. Anyways, moving on to
Oh man.
the next order of events that we were going down the list chatting about. SpeedQB did just happen. I played one day with Scotto on a team called GDB. It was a great time. If you guys haven't had a chance to play SpeedQB or know what it is, um, it's a 5v5 center flag format. If you watch like any type of paintball that's competitive,
It's that.
yeah, it's essentially that. Um,
Even the guns look the same now.
yeah, it's incredible how far we have strayed. Anyways, um, reject conformity, guys. Speaky Bee was a good time. It was a very tiring event. I didn't make it to stage two. Just played the first day. I was on a team with a bunch of cameramen. These guys were running around just filming everything. Well, Scotto is uh, Speaky Bee's camera guy when he's not playing, and then we played with Ian Fernie, the YouTuber. Um, Ian was really cool. AJ. He was also out there filming between games. So these guys were putting in work, but we had a great time. We had a tough bracket, but at the end of the day, we
Who
didn't make it.
knocked you out?
I believe it was Murder, and I believe we were the only team that really came close to beating Murder because I think our points differential was like 15.
Hashtag murder season.
Yeah,
Hashtag murder sweep.
damn, bro. But it was a great time.
Shout out
Didn't make it to
Murder Inc.
stage two. I watched the. I was on the live stream on day two. It looked like a lot of fun. Murder Inc. took the finals 120 to 60 versus SYG.
It's a big
Which
point differential
Yeah,
against
very,
SYG.
very big point differential. Paintball with BBs. Yeah, essentially. That's what Hudson said. Paintball with BBs. I'm like,
Eat him out.
well, paintball, they just got tracers. HK makes tracer paintballs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is the fill glow?
I don't
Where's the
know.
show?
I haven't seen it like
That'd
in
be
person.
crazy.
But
Imagine
if
you
you're
get
on
hit with.
Instagram, go on HK's Instagram. They have Marky shooting a bunch of markers, and it's just tracer paintballs, which is kind of hilarious. I think it's reball for indoor
Mm,
use. Might
that
have
makes
to
more sense.
might have to try that one day at Adrenaline or something.
I thought like an actual paintball that breaks.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
tracer paint. Imagine.
That's what I said. The fill.
It's just
You
what
get
is it?
hit.
It's just white phosphor. Or it's just phosphorus, phosphate. I don't know. That's what makes it glow, as far as I know. Some sort of phosphate. So,
Whatever.
but anyways, Speaky Bee was a great time. I hope. I know I saw a couple of you guys out there. If you guys were out there, I hope you enjoyed either playing or spectating. I know a lot of people came just to spectate, see some old friends, and kind of network, right? What did you think about Speaky Bee this past weekend? I know you popped in the live stream for like a tiny bit. So,
Yeah, I popped in there for like 5 seconds and I saw Kevin in the chat. So I think I said something rude and then I left. Is that what happened? What did I
yeah,
say?
you said what's up, and then like you just didn't reply.
Oh, for yeah, because after I typed that message, I just put my phone down. I'm like, okay, I've seen enough. Because there was no action.
I mean, what game did you join in the middle of?
There was no game. It was
Oh,
downtime.
it was the break time. Yeah.
It could have been the break. Yeah.
Speaky Bee this year, I think it ran on like a more timely manner. We had
Yeah. Well, they really needed that second day.
yeah, 16 teams, 2 days, um, double elimination. I mean, in the past it was double elimination only.
Okay.
and we've
I have a
got to like
question
seven.
because you played it.
Yeah,
Is there anybody that flew out here that got knocked out first round?
I would have to actually look at the bracket for that.
I remember the last
I
one that
have
I
the
played.
bracket on my phone actually. I'm actually curious. You
The
know,
last one I played,
I have the complete.
there was a team that came all the way out from the
Oh,
UK and got
oh,
knocked out their first
oh,
round.
oh no!
Who?
Don't even go there because there's something going on about that like now, like on Instagram, with some of those guys. Um, a couple of our friends at N1 that played them in 2019 that won that championship at N1. Um, I guess somebody from that team from Europe was saying like, "Oh yeah, we played so and so, and it was no sweat." And then it's just a
We
picture of
can't be bringing up
yeah. There's no,
airsoft
it's not airsoft
gang wars
drama.
on the stream,
No,
bro.
no.
This
I
is
just thought it was funny because they're
we're here
like,
in a professional capacity representing Tac City Airsoft. We don't need to be talking about Instagram beef between airsoft teams right now.
but I don't know, but they got knocked out first round, and it was kind of funny because
I was no, this happened in 2018 for
was it
me.
2018 or
I didn't.
2019?
I'm talking about SpeedQB event.
All right, so I got the bracket here. Let me see who for us at Tac City.
This is the worst.
Yeah, who went home first from? Oh, ouch. MSD won from Puerto Rico
Oh, you're gonna call him out?
in the losers bracket, but I no, they played so good. They had two teams.
Mm.
Their other team actually made it further up the bracket. MSD is from Puerto Rico. Really nice guys, actually. They flew all the way out here just to experience Tac City and experience airsoft culture as we know it in California. They're nice guys, but MSD was actually the first team that went home. Uh,
One of them.
yeah, first teams out of state at least that went home or got DQ'd or out of didn't
They
make it.
made it past the first round though, right?
No, so yeah, they made it past the first round. They went
Okay,
into
that's good.
losers bracket. They lost that and then GG. Um, hey, it happens, man. You got that's why you got to practice. You know.
What's the chat have to say about that?
Chance imagine flying from Hawaii and getting knocked out
Is that did that
right away.
happen?
I
It
don't
sounds
know
like
if
he's
that ever
referencing
happened,
something.
but yeah. Hudson, you gotta tell me what you're referencing, bro, because I need to hear about that one. That's ouch, you know. But I mean,
Imagine flying out from the UK.
and
You know?
getting knocked out your first game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that one. That was
that's bloody awful, isn't it?
it was the worst because I remember seeing you there and we're on the sideline and Roy was reading off penalties on the speaker and they had like four penalties in the first set, like off the break, and like everyone was just looking at each other and they're like, "Yep, so and so is DQ'd," and like everyone was like, "Ooh," like
One of the biggest complaints at SpeedQB is that refs don't do their job,
they
and
did their
so
job that
they
time.
found out.
They did their job a little too well that time.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, these guys
Well,
flew all the way out.
you could argue that the team wasn't doing their job and not cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it is a game of integrity. I mean, we're all out here competing or not, otherwise to have a fun time and get away from like reality and have fun with toys. Um, so we should
You
definitely,
don't gotta make it sound weird like that, bro.
no, bro.
They're soft.
Airsoft,
There you go.
Alphons, bro. Yeah, we should get Alphons on stream. I don't know if he'll ever
I don't
join
think
us.
he'll fit.
Yo,
He's a pretty big guy.
yo,
We would have to
somebody tag Alphons. You think he'll fit behind this desk?
if we would have to move the
Tag
camera.
Alphons.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't
pick
think
up the
the
whole
set's big
frame.
enough. You know what? It might have to be one of us.
No, Hudson was saying some. I haven't looked at the bracket completely, but he said that some team flew in from Hawaii and got destroyed
Yeah, I figured he was referencing this event.
at the flight home. And dude, ouch. I mean, that I haven't really flown for any tournaments. I flew for one, and it wasn't really like a regional tournament or anything. It was an exhibition in Oregon, and we got third. So,
Oh yeah, I've wanted to try that arena out. Okay, we're at tech department.
anyways,
What do we got on here?
events aside, today at least we've got gearboxes that I think would be great to build from the ground up. If you guys have a base gun or a base replica or a base receiver laying around that you can utilize, if it's empty, or maybe you have a older model gun that takes version 2 stuff, this
Or
will
if
be
you,
kind of an upgrade.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say if you have any serious gearbox issue or you just don't really trust what you have in there, we have a couple of options here that are great to build off.
Why don't we
One in
start?
particular, actually.
Yeah.
But
Why don't you start with the
I'm going to start with this one because
KWA?
this is probably not going to be useful to the most amount of people. Um, it does have a lot of proprietary stuff going on. We do sell these if for whatever reason you manage to break a KWA gearbox. We have another one that's
They're
all
pretty
built,
buff.
ready to go. Yeah, man, I don't think I've seen one of these cracked, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't seen one crack either,
The
and I know
gears are
people that
good.
run DSGs in them.
Yeah, KWA bevel gears are very tough, notorious so, or notoriously so. Um, Proprietary selectors, other shapes and stuff. This isn't going to fit a lot of bodies that are out there. But uh,
If you find yourself a boneyard KWA,
or if you're trying to do something like build an HPA gearbox for your Eve, and you want to keep your AEG gearbox you already built, here's a gearbox. We got a Crytac gearbox as well. Now these, speaking of toughness, these guys are pretty good as well. Um,
the meta for
yeah, kind
quick,
of
quick and easy DSG.
for non-CNC. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we've talked about that formula once or twice here. Uh, and honestly, the gearboxes, if you're looking to put it in something else, I don't know how well these would fit in other bodies.
I fit them in. I've fit them in G&G bodies.
Okay,
Lancer will be a bit tough. I believe they fit okay in VFC bodies.
and this feature might have to go depending on what you put
Yeah,
it in. If it's on a Crytac receiver,
yeah,
or at least a Crytac upper, right?
yeah. Generally, generally, I usually disable that feature anyways, but that's a personal thing.
I mean,
Some people like
half the
having that.
MOSFET
Yeah,
installers, you got to get rid of that anyway.
yeah.
Um,
So,
'Cause it's
because I
annoying.
know the only one that doesn't block that bolt catch is the Gate Aster. If you put a Leviathan in there, you have to take the bolt catch thing out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it
the
covers the
board
hole.
sits.
The
Yeah,
only thing that's cut for it is the Aster, ironically.
yeah.
Though you still have to Dremel with the Aster, some bits and pieces.
Both of these shells are quick change. Um, Both of them run bearings from the factory, and if you don't do anything too crazy with them, those bearings are probably going to be okay for you. Um, I kind of like this one though.
Okay.
This is low key. I mean, we have a couple different iterations of this ZCI gearbox. Now, I don't know too much about the shell itself, but the rest of the gearbox, everything that's in here, I'm rather impressed with. I know because I had to sell these to somebody. Um, Most of the stuff you find inside this gearbox is stuff that this company already sells as aftermarket parts. That would be an upgrade over a standard gearbox. And this one, I believe, is actually cheaper than either one of these two shells, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one comes in at like right around, yeah, $100 after tax. If you're gonna buy it from us, the ZCI nozzle, ZCI full cylinder, quick change shell. Uh, you can actually notice here, I don't know if you can see that, but it has two bushings and then a bearing on the bevel gear, which is pretty cool to see in a stock gearbox, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean, you'll see
combo.
techs do that aftermarket. It's got, I know, I believe it has 18 to 1 gears. I know it has a full metal rack piston in there. Um, this thing is a MOSFET uh, away from being like a very good gearbox.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I hear it,
That one's got the QD micro switch that S&T uses.
yes, it
Um,
does. The other one just has a set of standard trigger contacts.
yeah, but
But
they're both the same essentially outside of the contacts.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And then I think the other one might be radiused. A
Yeah.
radius is, I don't know if I have it.
This specific one that you
Yeah.
have in your hand would be a perfect replacement if somebody was at our swap meet and somehow got their hands on one of our old rentals.
Oh yeah,
This would be,
killer.
yeah, this is the exact style of gearbox that our rentals use, but this is upgraded. And all you got to do is pair a really good motor with it, do some minor things, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to open it up
Yeah.
and shim it.
You could
You want to
actually
cut the
put
spring.
gears in that one too because it's not magnetic, the sensor.
Yeah,
It's standard.
it's a micro
It's cut.
switch.
Yeah. There's that.
But that one's sick.
And then I know on my side of the table, what I have.
Your favorite. My favorite.
Well, yeah, both are favorites actually. What we have here is a. This is supposed to have a motor in it, but I believe it's in the case on display still. That's
Yeah, that is.
the SEMA Platinum gearbox. right? And these usually come with a high torque motor. Um,
Yeah, they come with I believe you're paying like 140, 150, but that already comes with a motor. That's great out of the box actually.
yeah, it
I would
comes with
say
a motor.
it's a little bit shy of where I would rank G&G Ifrit 25K.
Yeah, a
Not
bit
quite
shy,
on that
but
level, but they
torquey
have
enough.
good magnets.
It's torquey enough. These are the direct replacement drop-ins of like SEMA Platinum. So anything you see that EMG makes that's a SEMA Platinum, this is essentially what that is, just
Yeah, if you
separated.
see any of those EMG
Um,
Daniel defense
yeah,
guns,
and
or
those shoot pretty nice out of the box. The only gripes I really have with them is the electronics. Once those go out, just do yourself a favor.
but everything else is fantastic.
Yeah, get
It
yourself
has a great piston out of the box, or at
got
least you
13 to
can.
ones.
Yeah, it has 13 to
That's
ones.
definitely
And not only does it have 13 to ones, they're actually short stroke three teeth out of the box.
chat's going crazy. Hold up. Prime Tech joined the chat. Hudson's got beef with KWA. I mean,
It's
hey,
on site. Here, I'll
mini
take this
rate
one off the
from
table for you.
the GI Discord. Team of Platinum gearboxes are pretty solid. Yeah, no, they're pretty solid, banger.
I
Uh,
would honestly, man.
we have one built. You have one built
No, I
actually.
don't because I
So
have to replace the MOSFET.
no. The DSG, the slow DSG. Isn't that in a single plat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I built a Tac City custom gun. It's our almost most expensive one here. And I chose the EMG Mark 18, the Daniel Defense one,
yeah, the
as my
platinum.
base gun. And it comes with that gearbox stock. Why didn't we open it up so they can see it?
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Prime Tech says good magnets for 25K, but yeah, the Gene G motor. That's one of my favorite motors. That's actually
Yeah.
what is in my tournament gun right now. Or replica, I mean.
It's the
Uh,
best bang for your buck motor that I'm aware of. And they
yeah,
used to be cheaper
I
too.
stock ARP9. It's been a backup motor for me since my brushless has been out of the picture. But the 25K, I have that on 12 to 1s, and I'm getting like 35, 32 rounds a second. That's on bearings. Speaking of bearings, right? I
Well,
know we just talked about
before we
gearboxes.
dip into that, I wanted to mention a couple more things with this. The
Sure, sure.
MOSFET um, is not great. They did what they could,
Yeah.
but it's definitely an entry level. I wouldn't recommend anybody buy one of those MOSFETs for your gun, unless you were getting a replacement for one that already popped. I think generally the thing to do with that is you want to put like a Leviathan or a Titan or an Aster or something of that sort inside
Yes.
this gun. Once those electronics go. I mean, if you run a 7.4 and you don't shoot it like super quickly, the electronics are probably going to last you for a while, but not forever.
Hudson told everybody from the Airsoft GI Discord to join the live stream.
Let's go.
Shout out Airsoft GI.
Yeah.
Love those guys, man. I used to shop over there.
And also the compression out of the box isn't always super great. The nozzle does not have an O-ring on it, but that's starting to get a little nitpicky for a stock gearbox at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, short stroke
I
13
don't
to
get
ones.
nitpicky about things. I know there's talk about, anyways, where I was going with was bushings, right, versus bearings. I'll hold these up to the camera. Bushings and bearings. Which should you get?
What's a
Uh,
bushing?
a bushing is just literally this. It's made of steel. It is a literal bushing. There's no ball bearings. And like
So it's the
there's nothing to break on bushings. I don't really know how to put this into
you
words.
have three gears
And they all
inside your
sit on
gearbox
a.
shell. On each side of the shell, you have a spot right here,
Uh-huh.
and again on the opposite side. Now that's covered up by the selector plate, but there's one, two, three locations. Your gear has axles, like a car would, and those stick out directly to the sides. And on either side of the gearbox shell,
Yeah.
you will have either a bushing or a bearing holding that gear in place. Now, a bushing is a solid piece. It's usually steel. Sometimes we see
I've seen
copper
aluminum.
ones. That's the G&G ones. I haven't seen aluminum bushings. I wouldn't trust those. On some of the older guns, you will find plastic bushings. They
Yeah.
are just a solid piece of material that has no moving parts. That's literally just there to hold the gear in place.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
now,
those are the benefit to those, I think, is reliability because you're almost never breaking.
Yeah, these in
Yeah.
particular, the FLTs
FLT
are far and away my favorite bushings because they fit tight in most shells, which
glare.
means you don't have to do like any kind of
Yeah.
epoxy or gluing and none of that nonsense.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much bomb proof. I think up until recently, up until maybe a year ago, I think there's one or two companies might have a tougher one, but that had the those were the hardest bushing that your money could get you for a while.
From the chat question, hang on. Internals on a BTS ZTech replicas. I believe those are BFC, man, if I'm not mistaken. The last time I seen those PTS, you know the PTS pre-built rifles, the inside. It's either VFC or I know they went with KWA in the past for like the RM4 stuff. But
We're
I
talking
believe
about an AEG.
yeah, no, ZevTech, the new ZevTech pre-build from PTS. Those are VFC. I saw one from Russell Customs on IG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he had it, and it was a VFC shell. So I believe those are VFC.
Like
Um,
the Avalon shell.
yeah, but I
Okay.
there's a small chance I might be wrong. So someone in chat can correct me if I am wrong.
So
Um,
expect performance on par with
yeah,
the Nobrich SSP 15 or whatever.
yeah. SEMA knows you'll likely replace the MOSFET, so they left it as a weak. Yeah, I can see that. They put a lot of thought into everything else in the gearbox. 13-to-1
Well,
gears.
that's not the first MOSFET they've had in these platinum
Yeah,
gearboxes. They've had a couple different iterations of a MOSFET. I think we're on our second or third um, MOSFET
yeah. I'm
design
just
from SEMA.
stock factory MOSFET in general. I just never.
But I'm saying, like, if they didn't want to try to make it any good, they wouldn't have tried two or three times to make it better.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I've yet to get a factory MOSFET that I think is satisfactory. They're satisfactory for out of the box until they die.
Yeah, I mean, some you can get some guns that come with Asters or Titan stock, like that Novrich I mentioned. I've seen some of those Novrich ARs actually have Titans or Asters stock
Yeah.
before they started doing their own thing. That doesn't really count.
Anyways, Garrett's a bushing guy.
Yeah, because my guns don't break.
I like bearings. I like blowing things up. No, I like gun go fast and efficiency. That is what I like. Bearing is exactly the same concept as a bushing, except these are little ball bearings.
If you've ever skateboarded, you know what a
Yeah.
bearing is.
So if you ever skated, yeah, yeah, ball bearing, and you know those will pop or degrade at some point. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, you get sand or debris and that keep
These,
them lubed.
yeah, these I have in my hand are actually the Modify J-caged ceramics. These are kind of a little
Those are the
bit
nicest bearings.
you can get.
If you don't find those Japanese J-caged ones,
Yeah.
those are probably the nicest ones that you can buy.
If you use bearings, please try and invest in some quality bearings.
Yeah,
Stock Crytac bearings, like yeah,
those are pretty good.
good, but once you start pushing higher limits, I mean, you don't know.
Yeah,
I would just spend the extra money regardless. Or you go how that ZCI was, you do bushing, bearing. That's also another way around it. You get the best of both worlds,
yeah, your
kind of.
Spectre and your spur gear are under more load than your bevel gear.
Yeah.
The spur, due to like weight differential, and the sector is the one directly pulling your spring back. The
Yeah.
bevel, in order to try to get a little bit more efficiency and rate of fire out of your gun, you will find a lot of techs will put bearings on just that one gear in particular.
Yeah, Prime Tech's talking about the Double Eagle. Yeah, Double Eagle does have a decent optical MOSFET. It's that Matrix Calico Jack that we took apart. It's got like the wannabe Titan.
Oh, I don't like those.
Yeah, I'm not a.
Is it the wannabe Titan you could get like for like 15 or 25 bucks off
It has a
Alibaba?
double Eagle. No, it has a Double Eagle stamp, and I think it's. I don't know. I there's one in the wire cabinet. We should have pulled that out.
I think if it's the one, yeah, no, I don't like that MOSFET. I mean, while they work, they're okay. Problem is they don't work for very long, especially if you use a 11.1.
Yeah, and on any setup that's not a OEM factory setup, which is like 18-to-1s and like a really normal motor, if you're
Yeah,
running
if
like
you want any kind of like performance out of it.
yeah, if you're running 13-to-1s on like a high torque SHS motor, that I'm pretty sure you'll fry that MOSFET.
Now, if you want, now the great thing about those MOSFETs is that I'm sure if you have like a dealer account with someone who could provide that for you, you can probably buy
A load of them.
100 of those for like $150.
The price of a Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, but then you'd have to keep swapping them out like every 3 games when you fry your.
I mean, you could do like a pre-built and then include like two extra MOSFETs.
All these kids running out here with 50 Cs, man.
And then a little like QR code on the gun somewhere takes you to a YouTube video how to swap out your MOSFET.
PCS Centurion rifles for KWA. The Zeptech looks like it's a VFC. It just says PTS gearbox. I'm actually curious now. Let me look that up. I'm actually curious now. I want to answer this one last question before we actually move on to the rest of the stuff. Um, because I've seen this PTS rifle floating around, but I really want to find out if it is a VFC OEM because that'd be really cool.
Gotta get the scoop.
Anyways, while I am searching this up, I am a bearing guy mainly because I like my like I just like my gun to shoot the most efficient and fastest they can, and bearings do that. There's less friction compared to bushings, and I do enjoy that experience. But what I don't enjoy is them blowing out on me. Mine haven't blown out yet. Please don't jinx me.
On your
Uh,
current gun.
yeah, my current gun I built this in whenever SpeedQB season started, which was like summer. It was like June. And it is now almost November, and I'm still running on the same set of bearings, and they were Crytac bearings.
So your gun has almost lasted for 5 months.
Yeah, and I haven't blown out a single bearing. Yeah, brother.
Nice.
Yeah. If yeah, just well, we're not gonna talk about blown out bearings. In the tech
Dude, when
department.
you said start of the SpeedQB season earlier, I thought that was closer to like January.
No, yeah, I'm looking at this PTS Zeptec rifle. I'm gonna show the stream actually.
No,
Uh,
you can't.
oh yeah, I actually can't. Um, sorry, YouTube.
Don't do that.
This no, this is 100% VFC banger. I'm looking at the bolt catch and everything that's on this rifle is it's 100%. That's VFC, bro. Take a look.
I can't tell. You'd have to show me the gearbox.
I know. I'm guessing it's VFC. They only say it's a PTS gearbox, but I've seen the gearbox like apart from one of those. From a tech on Instagram. His at is Russell Customs. He's been doing all the brushless rebuilds. That's why I've been following him because that's kind of my alley.
Comes with bearings and a MOSFET.
That screams VFC. I mean, I know there's a billion other gearboxes that have that, but
Well, like an electronic trigger system, not like the Avalon MOSFET. Yeah, don't know.
high chance it is VFC though, just because it's BTS. They only really work with KWA and VFC.
Full steel rack. That's not
Actually,
VFC.
wait a minute. Yeah, banger. I'm gonna have to like slow down on there.
We don't know.
We don't know, but it says it has a full metal rack on the piston.
Why don't you buy one and bring it to us?
Yeah, buy one, bring
And
it
let
to
us void your warranty, and we will tell you.
Don't
We
worry,
will
you'll get
tell
a
you.
30-day. You'll get a 30-day warranty with us though.
We will
Um,
tell you that it looks like this other brand, and then tell you.
but banger, it looks like a solid build. It's got a full metal rack, so I doubt it's a VFC OEM because VFC does a half metal, half plastic on their pistons.
Well, dude, I just worked on a space gun the other day, and their gearbox shells come from the same factory as G&G, but the rest of the parts in there are not. So I'm sure, PTS could mix and match. They could say VFC does this, but we're using this piston
We're
and
using
these
this electronic.
gears.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
manufacturers will
Anything's
do that.
possible.
Anyways, moving on from bearings, the last two items that I have on the table that I want to touch on before we say goodbye to the chat.
We have
Um,
a bearing and a bushing. Which one's which?
bearing and a bolt. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What's in your hand?
This is gas
Which one's
blowback
the
parts,
bearing?
guys. This is gas blowback parts.
Oh,
These are GBBR parts, okay? We have
I don't
GBBR
work on
stuff.
those.
Yeah. I'm getting into GBBRs. These are just WE M4 normal. This is an NPass nozzle. So if you guys are a WeTech M4 user or anything that's compatible with the WeTech M4 bolt,
If you know
um,
anything about those WeTech gas guns,
they shoot
RA
hot.
Tech makes good upgrades
Yeah. This
for not that much money for like everything on that gun.
Yeah, this is 167.05. This is a RE-Tech nozzle. It comes with three different heads, and what you can do is use this to adjust your FPS. I installed one the other day and mixed and match, and I actually learned the range of FPS this includes. You can go as low as 350, 300. You can go as high as 450 with a stock WM4 with just this NPass nozzle.
Now, does that affect efficiency?
I believe it does because that the diameter of that bore is kind of determining how much gas you're sending into your system.
Oh, okay, so it's like a
Uh,
restrictor.
yeah, so obviously if you do want to run like a higher FPS, uh, I guess tip or head on this nozzle.
Are they quick to change out?
Yeah, it's just they include the tool. It's right through the top there.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, it's
Is
threaded.
that steel?
Yeah, it's steel.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the last bolt you need for your
Yeah,
WeTech
it's the
M4.
last bolt you need, and then swapping those out. Obviously, if you go with the higher FPS, You're gonna want to compensate with upgraded parts in other places that are necessary, like the recoil spring, sear hammer, everything like
Do you
that.
need a tool to swap those nozzles?
Yeah, you do. You do
Oh,
need a
okay.
hammer and a punch. The way it comes out of the bolt carrier group
Okay,
is
so it's not something you can like hot swap.
I wouldn't say it's a hot swap. Yeah,
Okay.
it takes a second, but it's quick.
It is very, very quick to actually get a bolt out of a gas rifle.
Yeah, we also have the Hera loading nozzle set from Evike. These Angel Custom ones. These aren't too bad. The Angel Custom stuff, I know people kind of. I'm gonna be honest on the stream. I'm not gonna lie to our customers. People have questioned their quality control.
Yeah, over the years it's been kind of hit or miss. I remember
Yeah, it's been
when
on
I
and
first
off.
started playing Airsoft, Angel Custom barrels were the hottest stuff.
Now they're kind of, I mean, they work, and then sometimes it's like you
Yeah.
get a batch that's just like, maybe subpar. But in general, for a budget part, right? If you guys aren't on a huge budget and you have an old Wii M4 and the nozzle's broken, you can get yourself a Angel Custom replacement. We do have those here. We do work on GBBRs. We will try to help you as best as we can. Obviously, if we reach a point where we don't have the part or we don't have the experience or knowledge, um, we'll find you the right person to get the job done at the
Yeah.
very least.
Maybe our guests from the Airsoft GI Discord
Yeah.
uh, would have some knowledge about their
Chat
capacity to
coming
work
up
on
again. I
GBBR.
already have one just on the other side of the country over here. Yeah, damn. All the way from the other side of the country.
Where at?
BT, I forget what state that is.
Vermont.
Vermont, yeah. Any MWS goods? I don't think we have any MWS stuff at the moment. It's kind of hard to
No.
get our hands on with our current distributor.
There's so very few people that have actually brought an MWS to Tac City.
Yeah.
We don't really stock stuff for that,
I wish we did. Maybe we should.
dude.
Maybe we should.
I know for a fact if we had mags here, we would sell them.
Yeah.
The word would get out.
Last question in chat. Need a we want to convert my Honey Badger to M4 mags instead of UCC? I need a. Oh, you need a Wii M4 GBB or lower. I believe E-Bike has them right now for a decent price. Banger. If you want to order. I was on there the other day. I saw some. We just the empty Wii M4 GBB lower. Uh, to to fill in because he wants to switch.
He wants pistol mags, or he has pistol mags.
He has pistol mags. He wants to switch to M4 for gas. But if it's the Honey Badger PCC, that trigger group and everything inside that should drop right into the Wii M4 lower.
Yeah, I believe those are compatible.
Yeah.
That's all like Western Arms, right?
No, Wii M4 is a completely different platform. Western Arms is something else. Western Arms is going to be with GNP and
Oh, that's right. That's the
yeah,
walk.
with that yeah with the walk. The Wii M4 stuff, anything Wii is all compatible, I believe. Um, Ooh, stream. Yes. Thank you for joining, Eric. I would take all the MWS mags. Yeah,
I know.
yeah. We know how you feel, man.
I had a friend. We were playing at N1 a while back, or it might have been here actually. But at the end of the night, he came up short by like one or two mags, and that's not cheap
Yeah,
at all.
that is not. That is expensive.
And it's like someone takes a MWS mag. There's like you can't even afford the gun that you want to put it in if you're stealing stuff from an airsoft
afford,
dealer.
I can't afford an
Bros,
MWS, man.
yeah,
Dude, those things are expensive. We
they're
actually
cool
got
though.
yeah. We got something kind of just as cool as the MWS sitting up here. If you guys want, we just got some sort of VFC 417 gas blowback in. If you guys want to come check that replica out.
It's like done way up.
Yeah, done to the nines, and it comes with 7 mags. So you guys should come take a
Yeah,
look at that. We got that from a regular that was a collector.
yeah,
It's
as
it's
well
in pretty
as
good condition too.
a Wolverine bolt
Yeah,
HPA sniper rifle.
come
And
check it out.
but that's less cool than the 417. The 417 has some real 417 parts on it. I believe the stock riser.
Is
It's
a
got a
G20.
Geisley trigger guard on it.
Yeah, it's
Just a nice little touch. I think the rail covers are from a real,
they are.
yeah, issued.
Hmm.
I don't know that for a fact, but it's got a cool suppressor on there. It's got an Angry Gun recoil kit, and it kicks like a mule. As far as airsoft guns
It
go,
feels like dude,
it's pretty dang good.
it's like
Yeah.
it's nice. You
The
guys should come
chrono,
check it out. I haven't chronoed it yet. I'm kind of scared to chrono it. I haven't put BBs through it.
I'm down.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of
It's not
curious.
gonna pass here. I mean, I'm sure the nozzle's adjustable, but if you're buying a
No.
417,
No, but we gotta end the stream. We're running a little bit over, but I know we got a lot of viewers.
Retro gearboxes, buy
Yeah.
them. They're better than everything else anybody makes stock.
I know we got a bunch of viewers from Airsoft GI, so I want to give them a shout out. Shout out to Hudson for getting everybody from the Airsoft GI Discord to come
Yeah,
raid
shout
our
out to
stream.
Hudson for checking
Yeah.
us out every single week.
Slight sidetrack. I think their Zebs are actually SEMA OEMs. Some of the internals look really similar to the Platinums. I wouldn't put it past them, honestly.
Well, you would have
Uh,
to bring it over here and let us forge a warranty for
have
us to have that
been
information for
informed
you.
on what might be revealed at the Crytek event. So I know they're doing a reveal. I don't know what it is. You're gonna have to show up, dude. They haven't told anybody. I don't think anyone knows.
Crytac 2 this October.
Yeah, dude. What do you think it's gonna be? Another vector?
LMG 2. An LMG that they allow you to use it like Milsims.
No, 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 no. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good
It's so
day.
unfair, bro.
Yeah, you can't use Crytek OMG that Milsims.
Because they're basically an M4.
Yeah.
It's like cheating.
All right, guys. But we're gonna end the stream here. We're gonna play a little outro speak.
Crytac sniper rifle?
Crytek sniper rifle, bro. I want to see someone play CQB with a 417 GBR. What's a warranty, right? What's a
Yeah.
warranty, man? Bring it
Don't
back,
worry
man.
about it.
We'll open it. All right, take care, guys.
I'm fresh up out my coma. I got my mama and my daddy and my homies